We have seen JJ versus Alex Wasabi's face-off. Now, we've got Deji versus Fousey. Deji's been very quiet. I don't follow Fousey, so I don't know if he's been quiet. Here we go. Let's see, Deji, what you got?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Zone Boxing X Series.
Fousey looks
Today,
like
I am with two
stern. So does Deji.
August 27th.
Bro, neither of them are like, they are... Look at like the stern looks they've got right now.
7th from the O2 Arena that have a hated rivalry. Today it is Deji and Fousey. Gentlemen,
Bro.
welcome in. How are we doing today,
Thank you
Fousey?
for having me.
Let's start with you, Fousey. This, like I said, is a rivalry that goes back years now, and it's been a couple of years since we've seen you in this ring. Talk to me about what it means to be on this card and to be fighting Deji specifically.
This means everything to me. You know, after my last performance, which I don't even talk about much anymore, it didn't sit right with me that was my only performance out, because I know what I'm capable of. I know what I bring to the table, and I know what I showed on that night wasn't it. I know I showed my heart that night, but I know that my capabilities weren't shown. So
one of them is getting redeemed.
I'm super excited. I'm super grateful for the opportunity.
I'm confident in Deji this time.
For, you know, Misfits Boxing, KSI for giving me this opportunity. And yeah, in terms of who's in front of me, it doesn't matter. I don't really care about who's in front of me. I'm in the ring against myself, so this is me versus me this time.
Right. So
Deji,
what if it was like
about the same
Anthony
question
Joshua
here.
in front of you?
You're back in the ring. Pretty quick turnaround for you, but you're fighting a bitter rival here in Fousey. Talk to me about what this means, not only to be back on your brother's card, but to be fighting Fousey.
I mean, I'm just excited to be fighting, I'll be real. Like,
Yeah.
like Fousey said, you know, it doesn't matter who's in front of me. I'm really fighting myself. And in terms of rivalry, I wouldn't really say he's a rival. I wouldn't say I have any rivals in boxing. Well, in YouTube boxing. I just like the sport. So I don't like the sport. I love the sport. So that's why I'm here again.
Yeah, why is Deji's like, I don't know what it is. Deji's got this different aura around him. You know, like if you were watching like an anime or something, right? He'd have his normal aura. And then you look at him now and he's got like this different aura. You'd be like, oh. You know what I mean? It's different. He's moving different.
The reason I call this a rivalry, Deji, and I'll get to Fousey on this as well, we all know at this point, it's been documented. You've said this, that Fousey's an easy fight. That this was a guy that if you wanted an easy fight, he'd be the one to take. Do you stand by that statement now today? That was about, I think, a year and a half ago now. Do you stand by that statement?
He was a year and a half ago, I think.
No, I don't. Like, I underestimated Fousey. Like, I respect him a lot. Like, he's putting in this grind. Like, it takes a big man to step back in the ring.
Liam, the bits.
Like, I can say that for myself because
I'm telling you, Deji's changed, man.
Many people, you know, they talk and all of that, but getting back in the ring is very, very tough. So I got respect, nothing but respect.
You said it doesn't matter who's in front of you, but it is Deji in front of you. Obviously, there is some personal backstory
Oh, Seth, thank you
there.
for 16 months.
When you go in this time
Appreciate
with that statement that Deji did make, that you're an easy fight, is that added motivation for you? We've seen your body transformation over this camp and even before that. What's the motivation, obviously, being Deji stepping back in?
You know, 100%. I didn't take that statement lightly. I didn't take it back then, and I don't take it now lightly. If it's an easy fight, show me that it's an easy fight and make it an easy fight.
Didn't move at the end.
If anything, I think that
Deji has to be humble because he's never won a fight, but Deji hadn't won a fight before the last one. And he did the same thing going, oh, I'm going to win, I'm better than you, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, in this, since the last fight, he has, you've said this is the third time in a year. No, I haven't. I said it seems a bit different, but this, we saw him probably like 2 weeks ago, something like that. And just talking to him, I was like, yeah, you seem like you've grown up. You said that every fight. He has changed a bit, but this one, I mean, look, I think he's grown up a lot in the last 3-4 months.
I should be thanked for not making it an easy fight, because, you know, the thing about picking Fousey after the last L, you know, especially after my last performance, everybody... If Deji got a win,
this fight looks so equal.
The last version of Fousey, it wouldn't have been anything to applaud over. Oh yeah, you beat the human punching bag. So the fact that I've changed my life around, I brought myself into this shape, I'm stepping back in the ring, which, as Deji said, you know, anybody from the outside can talk. Unless you're in the ring, unless you're actually in the ring taking these punches, throwing these punches, you don't really have room to talk. So the fact that I showed up in the version that I'm showing up in now, you know, I'm not letting it be an easy fight. And I think that should be like that's good for him, because if he does do what he says he's going to do, it makes much more of a statement taking out this version of me rather than the version of me that was an easy fight.
Deji, he said you're gonna take on a
very level-headed
Fousey this time.
It's a very level-headed face-off
after
what we just saw.
What do you expect from Fousey when he steps in there on August 27th?
I have no expectations. I'm just here to fight. I'll be real. I'm just here to have fun. Like, I love this sport so much, and I just wanna. I'm excited, really. Like, it's not gonna be an easy fight. It's gonna be a good fight. So yeah, I'm excited.
Are they at the same background as the others? Like, Fousey's at the same background as Alex was, and Deji's at the same as JJ. They are, okay.
You said you're here to have fun. I got to be honest with you. When I look across at the man you're about to fight, it doesn't look like he's here to have fun. It looks like he's here to make a statement. Deji, when you see the look in those eyes from Fousey that he's here to make a statement, does that change any idea about fun or any idea about this just going in there to have a good time? This is, like you said, a hard fight, but this is a man with a vengeance coming for you.
I'm going to take this fight seriously, 100%. I never underestimated Fousey.
I know, thank you for the prime.
In the past, yeah, I did underestimate some of my opponents, but I'm not underestimating Fousey. I know he's going to bring his A game.
Look, so. when I'm saying this, right, when I say Deji has matured, he is saying the same stuff as always. Like, the whole, I'm not underestimating him, I think I'm going to win, it's all I do kind of thing. That is the same talk. But when I say, like, I'm saying, as a person, he seems like he's matured. He's doing stuff that old Deji wouldn't do. Deji used to be very reliant, and now he seems like, after this, in his mentality in life has matured. Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Fousey, same question to you. You know, you saw Deji's last performance, obviously a loss, but a loss to the man in the main event of this card, Alex Wasabi. What do you expect from him coming off that loss? A full camp with Daily Perales now on that side. What do you expect from Deji getting in there?
I expect the best version we've ever seen of Deji.
How do you think of it a bit?
You know, I said that going into the Alex fight.
I haven't seen that, but Elmo, thank you for the prime.
I even double down on that now. A man with, you know, I have one loss and one that I didn't get a chance to even show myself, and I know what that feels and the weight that's on me. A man with 3 losses, he really has nothing to lose. As much as everyone says his career is on the line, don't box again or anything. It's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up. So
it's true. That's the thing.
I expect the
Deji can just fight on the next card if he does lose.
Confident version of
lower
Deji.
Down.
And outside of all these politically correct answers that he's giving, I know he still thinks I'm an easy fight. I know he picked me because he thinks I'm his sure, easy victory. He decided to fight me minutes after he lost to Wasabi when we were in that hotel lobby because he knew, you know what, I need a W.
Damn.
He's my W, and I'm taking it. So he is going to be the best version of himself, but I know he thinks that, you know, he's going to come out on top, and this is going to be his reclaim to fame in the YouTube boxing world.
Deji, your response to that, he still thinks that you're looking at
fair
him
enough.
and underestimating him still, even though these, as he said, politically correct answers are coming out. He still thinks there's a bit of that in you. What's your response?
I mean, he's allowed to think what he wants. That's fine. Like I said, I'm just here to fight. So, yeah.
Understandable.
Wait.
I want to talk.
Wade's really trying to just get something out of this. It's like, please, someone snap. Someone just go off at the other one, please. Fousey's beard is very nice, by the way.
Talk to you, Deji, really quickly about
strong
coming off that
beard.
last performance. Were there things, and I know that this obviously is true, but were there things that you think you can work on heading in against Fousey, who we know from his last performance does have a bit of power in his hands, is a guy that is going to come forward and he's going to bring a fight to you? What do you have to change from this camp to this fight to not only secure this victory, but do so going away?
I'm not going to reveal too much. You'll just find out on the night.
Fousey, same question to you. You've seen Deji's last performance. You know what you have, obviously working in camp. What, when you look at Deji, are the holes in his game? Where can you capitalize on things that Deji either doesn't do well?
It was a weak answer, that one.
Have?
I think Deji's very skilled. I think he's very good at this sport, despite the losses he's taken. I think his boxing IQ is high. I think his technical skills are high. I won't tell you what I think his flaws are. I'll tell you what his coach himself said his flaws are.
Oh,
Hands go. He just didn't, believe in his punching power, or his punching ability. So I think he's gonna come out to let his hands go, and that's fine. That's fine. Everybody has a plan to let their hands go, but I don't think Deji's ever been touched in the way that I'm gonna touch him. You review all his fights, or more specifically, Vinny and Alex. I don't think.
hold up. Hold up. What? I want to see Deji's camera because I want to see if Deji laughed at that.
I think he really has gotten hit with the power I plan to bring. And I think he will have a plan to let his hands go and let him fly and show what he can. But as soon as he walks into it and he feels what I bring to the table, I think that plan's going to go out the window.
Deji, Fousey says he's gonna put power on you you've never seen. How do you prepare for something like that? Especially, again,
Your mind is
with a guy
dirty.
that
Did you hear what he
hasn't been
said?
in this ring in 3 years? You really don't know what you're going to get. How do you prepare for that kind of talk? Power coming, unlimited cardio on his end from the body transformation. What are you doing to prepare for that?
Sparring. That's the best I can do, really. Just keep sparring.
Understandable. Talk to me really quickly, Fousey, about what
Give
you
him an
plan
answer,
to do
bro.
as far as combating what Deji does well in his defense, right? Sometimes he's shown the ability to be able to slip shots, not take a lot of punches, and to be fair, the last time we saw you, we did see a little bit of an issue on your end with that. How has this camp transformed you as a boxer technically? Because we know you have power. We know that you can come forward and throw hands. How has it changed you technically as a boxer being with Jackrabbit Boxing?
I mean, I see this as my first fight.
Okay,
Not
but it's
only
not.
the first being it being a pro bout, but I see this as my first fight because the other one, I was still a YouTuber. So the only thing that I had was an ego back then. So all the shit talking, all the belief in my
That censor was so bad. Okay, but ultimately, this is a YouTuber boxing event. Can we also focus on this censor?
that I had was an ego back then. So all the shit talking, all the belief
Still heard
in
it.
myself, all came from my ego believing that, oh, I have these followers, I have these subscribers, I could be anybody in the world, and I got humbled.
I mean, not everyone has that. I'd get beaten up by like 98% of
everything
people.
is fundamentally different. There's not one thing that's the same from the last fight. And
The 2% are old
that's all
people
I'm gonna
and
say about
babies.
Deji, really quickly, we'll get you guys out of here. Do you think Fousey's going to try to come in and bully you around that ring? You think that the strategy is to push you
Deji's
around,
minutes away from
to
falling
impose his
asleep. Hey, thank you,
will
Gio.
aggressively, and like I said, capitalize on maybe you being a little too defensive?
I mean, he can do what he wants, really. Like I said, I'm just here to fight.
Fair
And
play.
show what I can do.
I want to ask both of you guys
Same questions every time.
one more
same
question.
answers.
What are we expecting from this environment, right? We're in the O2 Arena, thousands of fans. Deji, you fought in front of thousands before. What are we expecting from this environment? Do you think the pressure building in this fight specifically is going to crack a guy like Deji? Is it going to uplift you? What are you expecting from that fandom?
All those other fights, I'll be honest, I wasn't fighting for myself. I'm fighting for myself now, so
Who was he fighting for?
I've
Liam, thank you for the
handled the
bits.
crowd before,
Fire
I
ass, thank you for the
don't
prime.
mind.
Fousey, same question to you. Do you feel there's
Oh,
added
no.
pressure
Who
on
was he?
Deji, being that this is almost a make or break fight for both of you guys, and he's in his hometown, and there's thousands of people probably going to be on his side here? What are you
Fighting for his
expecting from this
fans.
UK crowd, and is
Fair
the
enough.
pressure going to burst pipes for one of you?
I think this is going to be the fight of the night. This is two people who knows what this outcome means to them. But in terms of pressure on Deji's end, no, I don't think there's pressure there. You know, it was stated that if he were to lose his last fight, he would never be boxing again. Yet here we are.
That's
all
true.
Over again.
That's true.
His fans, as supportive as they are, they don't give up on him. Just like he doesn't give up on himself. So I think he's still the fan favorite. He's still the crowd favorite. And last time when I was there to support my brother, Alex Wasabi, I think I got more banter and shit talk to me just being there supporting Alex than Alex got. I think, Even
fair.
Deji during the press conference, I'm just standing there to support my brother with my camera out like a happy dad. Deji took time to point me out in the crowd and talk to me. So I think if anything, I'm the villain here, as I've always been, especially in London this time. So no, I don't think Deji has the pressure.
Fousey, do you think you're in Deji's head?
I think so. I think no matter how much daily
I feel like he is saying that. Is he not saying, though, that Deji does have pressure if he's meant to be like the hero and he's the villain? I feel like the villain doesn't have pressure. I feel like the hero does. You know what I mean? Does that make, am I right in saying that? That actually makes sense. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, the villain can do what you want, and the villain is meant to lose. That's like the normal way. So I feel like Deji does that. If you're saying he's the hometown hero, he
talks to him,
does have it.
no matter how much his coaches talk to him, no matter how much
Mario,
his
thank you
brother
for the
talks
sub.
to him. I know late at night when he's on social media, he goes to my Instagram, he sees my fitness transformation.
That
he
is
reads the
mad,
comments.
you know.
I know he's thinking about me. I know he's not talking.
So mad.
I know he's not, showing anything because he doesn't want to make any statements this time because he wants to just show it, and he's embarrassed of his last performances.
Swim God, thank you for the prime.
I know that I'm living in his head.
Deji, your response.
Derry boy, thank you for the prime.
He's all right. He's fine to think about what he wants. That's fine.
Bruh!
Let's get predictions from both you guys. Deji,
Give us
how do you
something.
get this fight done? Are we looking we're going to decision here? We're going to display a boxing technique we've never seen? Are you going to come
Mario,
in
thank you
and
for the gifted sub.
Fousey's head
Let's
off?
go.
What are we looking at? How do you get this fight done?
I'm gonna just get in that ring and I'm gonna have fun. Simple as that.
Fousey, how do you get your hand
It
raised?
started off kind of cool, and now it's a bit dry.
Go in the ring, believe in myself, one step at a time, one punch at a time, have fun as he's saying, and may the best man win.
No
There it is,
prediction
ladies
from
and
either of
gentlemen.
them then.
Your big rivalry on this card, Fousey and Deji. Again,
Your
the Zone
big
Misfits
rivalry.
Boxing X Series.
That neither
from
of
the
you
O2
are
Arena,
calling a
August
rivalry and seem to
27th.
care.
Get those tickets. They are on sale now. Buy that pay-per-view. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Wade.
Bro, he said this huge rivalry, and they both just squashed the rivalry instantly. I mean, I didn't expect more. I really didn't expect more, but they haven't really sold the fight for me. I'm still very interested to see who wins, but they haven't really sold anything. I don't believe they really hate each other. I think they are just trying to fight to both not have a loss. You know what I mean? I feel like both of them just want a win on their record. It just kind of, it was all right. It wasn't anything special.